Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Wise Woman Way. I am Elizabeth Lai, your host. I'm glad you guys are tuning in. Come on in here and we're going to show you what we're going to prepare today and cook. So today we're going to pickle some yellow squash that we got from our garden and some green zucchini. We're going to let them boil until they're softly boiled, so we can blanch them and go ahead and just begin to put it in our marinara for our pickling. So first we're going to go ahead with the yellow squash, and we're going to start cutting it maybe a nice, I'll say a nice inch, like a pickle almost, but a little thicker than a pickle. And then I think what we're going to do with this here, this is my first time doing this here one. And so I know it can be done from the vegetables that I've worked with. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and cut them. And not only are we just going to cut them like in slices, but we're also going to go ahead and cut them the second way too. So therefore, and I'm going to do it an easy way. I'm going to make me a mountain right here, you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut it down the middle. As you can see, now I just have the pieces like this. Put them right in our pot, and we're going to continue to do this. As well as we're going to go ahead and cut up the green. And I like to say cut up because you can say that's Ebonic. It's okay with me when I'm around the house. But yes, we're going to go ahead and cut up the rest of the squash. And maybe we'll just use two other green zucchini for this, because we're going to put it in a mason jar. And we don't want to over prepare food that we're not going to use for nothing. I mean, we can always find something to use, but let's see, can we do just enough? So we're going to go ahead and pickle the zucchini. There's other ways of eating raw vegetables without having to literally cook them. So we can try to do this as well without bringing it to a boil. Matter of fact, we're just going to bring it to a boil so it can easily, you know, soak up the vinegar and the seasonings, herbs that we're going to put in here. Okay, so we're almost through, you guys, here. As a matter of fact, this may be all I need right here is one yellow squash. We'll see. Here's one more. Let's put them in. Okay, you guys. So, here's our little zucchini. They look like little pickles, but they're not. Put them right here in our pot with the zucchini. And as a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and do the other two zucchinis as well, because I just have to get another mason jar prepared for this here pickling dish. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and store our pickle dish we're doing this evening. We're going to, just the same way the other day we pickled our, show you how we pickled our, not pickles, but our pickled watermelons. And we pickled something else too. We've been doing a lot of pickling. It's a good thing. This is harvest time. This is what people do, especially folks out in the country who have big gardens, you know, or people who's from the South where the country, you know, my grandmother and them used to say you could take the country out of some people, but they're always going to be country regardless, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, so all we need is just a few of the yellow pickled zucchini. So I'll cut the last zucchini up. I know I'm very talkative at times. You guys do forgive me. Well, anyway, if you guys home alone, you know, and you're experiencing the empty nest like I am, raised all my kids, my 40-year-old son, my daughter, what, 36? And then I have a little shocker baby girl who just turned 23. So they're all gone. None of my children are living here with me now or living with me at all. So I'm downsized here to a small condo, and it works for me. I don't need a huge kitchen. You guys often hear me say that. Anyway, we're going to hurry up and get these cut up because we don't want the video to be too long. Okay, so here we go, you guys. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to throw the rest of these into our water. And what we're going to do here, we have to add our water. Paper towel. Okay. So let me run some cold water. And while we're doing that, listen, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little salt in here. Yes, indeed. We want it to taste nice. That's sea salt. Pink Himalaya sea salt. And then we're also, you know, you can't use salt and not a little pepper. Here's our little pepper we're going to sprinkle in. You know, pepper is good on squash. Okay. So, there's one more thing I have to do here before I run the water. And that will be, we're going to take and put our onion in here. So let me see, you guys. Here we go. The onion is right here. Okay. So we have an onion that's ready. That's halfway cut up. Yep. This is what a small kitchen can be like. Hectic sometimes, but we learn to get along and work with it. Okay, so here we go, you guys. Gotta get another knife. I just put that one in the sink. That's okay. All right, so now I have this onion here in the fridge. Of course, we would like to use fresh onions, but I don't like to waste stuff. I'm from the old school. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take some onion and just cut it up. It'll be almost like diced actually, but not quite. And I'll leave them quite thick because it'll look pretty in this dish. So I'm just going to take the onion, which was already rinsed when I first used it, and go ahead and put it in there. I could use that part too. And that's just what I'm going to do. Okay, you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. If you like what we do, you know, go ahead and subscribe, share, like, press that notification button so you guys will know when another video is coming up, like part 2 of this finished dish. Okay, so in here, I say I have about a half a cup of sugar left. And this here is, of course, our Florida Crystals brown cane sugar. We're going to go ahead and put that in there as well, because remember, this here is going to be like a somewhat spicy, pickly, sweet and salty, like savory type of pickling we're going to do here. And I'm looking up here to find out exactly which one I want to use. No, that's the great, I think, cilantro. No, we use the cilantro for the avocado. So let's see here. We have our special seasoning. Yay! Right here, you guys. I hope you guys had a lovely day today. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is feeling well. You know, make sure tonight when you go to bed to remember to give your thanks. Now here, this is a seasoning I get from the Indian restaurant. Not the Indian restaurant, forgive me. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we get this from the Indian market. And let me tell you what it have in it. It have some green onions, some dill weed, and some parsley. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and maybe put just a half a tablespoon, shall we say. And then what we're going to do I'm sorry. We're going to add some water, you guys, to this here savory dish. And we're going to just, you know, put enough water in the pot where it's just going to be halfway. And once it get halfway, we'll go ahead and put it on the stove so it can start the cooking process. Not so much of cook, but we want to bring it to a boil. Yep. Okay, you guys. I think we're there. Okay, so here we go. So now I'm going to bring the camera over here so you guys can get a little more in depth what we're doing here. And that's what it's looking like. Okay, so we're going to turn the burner on here for it to get started. Okay, this is how that goes. Okay, so here we go. We turn that one off. Okay. All right, so maybe I need to get some new ones to put under there because this flares the fire out. Okay, you guys. So, thank you for tuning in. We're going to get this dish to a boil and we'll be back. So, we thank you guys for tuning in to the Wise Woman Way. You often find us in the garden, walking for wellness, maybe doing a ministry or whatever. We are of the Golden Rule Wellness Mission. And we focus on mind, body, and soul, trying to bring them all together for optimum health. So we can have harmonious balance in life for the mind, the body, and the soul. And let me just say a little message here real quick, and it's coming from the heart. You see, when you bring your mind, body, and your soul all together, when you begin to speak what you think is connected, and the way you act in the world, the way you walk and talk in the world is all connected, and it brings balance. But when you got one thought up here and you speak another and your behavior is different, you know, it's hard for people to really understand you, let alone yourself. So that's why Golden Rule Wellness Mission focus on bringing wellness for the mind, the body, and soul, for the whole body. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share. Please subscribe and support us. We thank you so much. And help us get our messages out so we can do more programs like this here. Okay, as the wise women say, be well, practice being wise, and always think higher.